Is it that time again already, my friends? Welcome into the show. It is January 29th. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. It's Arch City now. Cold again in the St. Louis area today. Colder. The last 2 days haven't been too bad. But Rye, my guy, the sky could be giving us a couple more showers of snow today. Snow showers. Flurries. I don't think anything sticking, but it is that time. But guess what? We're already through the end of January.
I know.
We're already there, man. We are there.
The 1st of February is Sunday. That's the shortest month of the year.
Uh-huh.
So then March is going to come even quicker.
Make the most of every minute that you have during the day. That's what I've been trying to figure out, my friend. We're here till 8 a.m. We'll get you up in the mornings, get you up and at it, kind of warm you up a little bit, get you going, talk about whatever it is you're going. St. Louis here, all St. Louis all the time, luinfo.com, your Lou information station live and on demand at luinfo.com. Appreciate you guys being with us. St. Louis emphasis on anything and everything, plus national stories that get things going. We love it when you guys jump in on the show, talk things over with us, bring things to our attention. All those things we're here to do with you guys today. The other thing is I love seeing when we get these days. Now, the Blues are in action tonight. They have a home game. They're hosting Florida. Good night to go watch the Blues. They got to figure out who they are. I got a feeling they're going to win tonight. I do. They're due. And that's why I say I think they're going to win, because they're freaking due. When a team's due, they got to win. So we'll talk about that. Also, I don't know, producer, I may bring up some basketball today for you. Did you see that video I sent from LeBron? Is that a video we can play? If you check it out when you get a chance, man.
I'll check it out right now.
And see if it went through. I need to make sure it goes through, because there's times where I'm like, hey, did you get this? You get that? You're like, nope. And I'm like, yeah, you did. And you're like, nope. And then, of course, you're right. And it didn't go through, or whatever the case may be. But we're on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Jump on in. Promote St. Louis. Promote anything you guys want to. That's what this platform's about. That's why we bring people in from an interview standpoint as well. And, of course, we love it when you get down in here. We've also got, wait a second. Wait. Do we have that here? Yeah, I'm going to have to bring that back up. Anyway, only one Cardinal. We're luinfo.com, aren't we? There we are. That was a joke. Only one Cardinal, people. One Cardinal is in the top 100 ranked of Major League Baseball players. And it's probably not the Cardinal you're thinking of either. That's what's crazy. That shows you what's going on with them. We'll get into that. We'll talk about this weather situation we have going on. I was talking about the Blues. They get back to action tonight. Former star player TJ Oshie, who's so loved here, he's getting high praise for his work as an analyst now during games. So he's very good. He's good. He is good. Of course, there's a lot of really good broadcasters that come out of the St. Louis area, analyst things from that standpoint. The old South County Mall, tell you what that's going to be turned into, or at least it's looking like. A big show, entertainment show that's coming to the area. Pretty cool to see that going on. We were telling you about those tickets for that college football game down in Miami that were $3,300 to $5,300, the $750 parking tickets. We'll break down how much it's going to cost you to go to the Super Bowl if you're headed to Santa Clara, home of the San Francisco 49ers. And I need to call the story back up, but did you know both NFL teams, the Seahawks and the Patriots, are not using the San Francisco 49er facilities as normal after the electrical substation story that's been going on? You may not even known about that, Rye, but I brought it up one time. The 49ers have had more injuries than anybody else, any other team in recent years. Well, right near their facility is an electrical substation. where there are reports and it could be causing their bodies to break down. And that's why they've had so many injuries. Anyway, guess what? Seattle and New England aren't even playing around with it. They're practicing elsewhere. Not even practice. They're not even practicing at their facility. It's so freaking bizarre, that stuff that can be going on. There was a little fallout from the Bill Belichick situation. The Pro Bowl says if something was done, the Pro Bowl committee, the Hall of Fame, if something was done wrong, they'll call them out. They should. That'd be great if something was done wrong. Clearly, it wasn't just because he was a jerk. And by the way, I did hear some people speaking about that situation. Bill Belichick and the Patriots did get busted. They did do something wrong. Was it the more egregious crime? No, but they got busted. They got busted. They had to pay fines. They cheated. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. No, it is a big deal. If you cheat, that's what happens. But it wasn't the more egregious crime that they were trying to be put on. But they paid fines. So there you go.
Yeah, just wanted to let you know too that LeBron bid, I got it. Like I said, my G.
That's an honor to you.
Yeah, those
I'm not a
regular,
I'm not an honor. I'm not a LeBron guy, because even last week I think I saw him trying to goad players and fake foul, and I'm like, he lost me with those. And when he act like he gets hit and he's falling on the ground, see, you would never do that. No, you would. No, don't you?
Not a flopper, not all. I like when people try to I don't like when people just foul, but I'm not a flopper. But if I know that you're fouling, I'm gonna sell the call a little bit.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Yeah, but he has been over the top in some of his stuff.
Oh yeah, I know when people are just fake flopping. I remember there was this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but he was on my team, and all he would do is when he was getting pressed, people can't see me, but he would just do this. He would just look up, like he's getting punched.
We see that a lot when they're dribbling.
Dude, didn't even touch you yet.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. I went to a high school basketball game last night, and it was the first high school basketball game I'd been to in a while. And I love basketball. Growing up, I have kids. My daughter didn't play basketball, but my other two boys did, and they played all the way. If they didn't have other sports, they would have stuck with it. Loved it. They were still trying to get my son to play over at MICDS even through last year. Frank's the head. Is it Frank, the head coach over there? I can't think. He is a yeller. I watched him coach last night. But anyway, it was my favorite sport to watch growing up. Loved going to basketball games. Loved going to the basketball games. Favorite sport to watch. I coached football, and then so it was hard for me to enjoy football when you're coaching.
Oh, because you're too deep in?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's hard. It's very difficult. But basketball was by far the best to watch. One son played lacrosse. The other, did baseball for a while. So it was good. And I'm bummed out. It's just life happens and you're busy. But I loved watching high school basketball. So I went and watched what was supposed to be. I mean, depending upon who, you can't look at rankings. I know there's a local GSV. I mean, don't pay attention. Even now that they'll put MICDS up there, they don't know what they're doing. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just, they don't know. I don't know if it's a guy or they're silly. It's a space that needs more people in it, in my humble opinion, where people are actually connoisseurs of the sport, not just, looking to make a buck or looking to do what they can. So the case in point was one of that just had Vianney ranked over MICDS. And I'm like, stop the MCC bias. Stop. I mean, it's just crazy. MICDS absolutely blew Vianney out of the water last night in basketball. Blew them out. Vianney didn't know what hit them. And I was like, holy moly. How could Vianney be ranked ahead of MICDS? So MICDS will be up to number 2, I guess, in that little person's pool or whatever they are. So anyway, it was fun to watch, man. It was fun. The talent, and I don't know how tall. There was a kid, Vianney. He might be close to 7 foot, sophomore.
Oh yeah, that's
6'10", 6'11". You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I hooped
But
with him
Vianney
before.
could they pop some threes. Those kids can shoot.
Yeah, they can. They got a little lefty kid. I
If
don't know if he plays yet, but he's on the team. He's nice too.
well, yeah, I can't think of the kid's name, but he scored his 1,000th career high school point last night, which is a huge.
Yes, let me pull it up. I have it right here.
And the thing about it is,
Ben Karsten.
yeah, Karsten. As soon as he hit it on a 3,
Mhm.
and all their fans stood up and started cheering, I was like, "What's going on?" And then I heard the person right next to me say, "Oh," because I was sitting in the Vianney section.
Mhm.
Oh, it was his 1,000th point. And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's a pretty big accomplishment." So congrats to Carson over there at Vianney.
Yeah, good for him because he had to play with Luke Walsh too. So, like,
Oh, who was good and got a lot of
yeah,
shots.
he got them shots.
Yeah.
up. So good for him to get 1,000.
So I enjoyed watching some high school basketball last night, which was good. Principia is still the dominant team in the area when it comes to high school. We talk high school, we talk college, we talk professional, but it was just fun to watch and see some of the players out there doing what they're doing. We were talking about what do we got here? And then of course, I get back home and then I see, and I'm looking through video and I see, oh, look what we got here. We've got a LeBron tribute, LeBron James tribute. And he was back in Cleveland last night. LeBron is an iconic name, brand, image, whatever. I'm not all into LeBron. I was at first when I first started covering him when I was a Pistons reporter, or an anchor in Detroit and covering the Pistons when they were really, really good, facing a young and up and coming LeBron. I loved watching him. I'd never seen anything like that. I mean, just a freight train going coast to coast,
Just dunking on everybody.
dunking and blocking. And I'm like, and then I don't know. I fell out of love with LeBron. I just fell out of love with LeBron.
The old man.
I didn't like some of the tactics and things that had been going on, whatever the case may be. But what a freaking I'm an MJ guy, and things don't always have to go MJ or LeBron. It doesn't have to be that way, in my humble opinion.
For me, it has to be that way. It has to be.
If you bring up LeBron, you have to bring up MJ.
No, if I bring up LeBron and he's the GOAT. It's not no.
Oh, I know.
I don't have any I have to bring up how that dude in the 90s wasn't playing nobody. Man, I don't care what you guys say. I don't care what anybody says, man.
Oh, where's my Charlie Tuna?
When you look, and then look, I got a whole thing about this. I'll chill out, but I have a whole thing about this. You can leave a sport for 2 years and your team that you played for makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals the next year without you. What does that really mean? That's all I have.
They never won anything without him, bud.
But
I'm telling you right now, Scottie Pippen was one of the top 50 NBA players of all time.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had him. They still had him there. They had some other good people. Phil Jackson was a very good coach. But when it gets back to those two, I mean, okay, straight assassin, Michael Jordan, straight assassin. But LeBron, whatever the case, they both can be great. They both can be, okay? They're both great. But
Sure.
Cleveland last night they did a video tribute for LeBron. Now, my problem with LeBron is we know he's a flopper, and I told you I lost respect when I saw him wearing a dress out, and people can get into why he was doing that and all kinds of other things.
I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. I'll show you the video. I'll show you the pictures. There were some other people who go down deep, dark tunnels and holes with conspiracy theories of why he was. But, okay, in my humble opinion, he is the second best basketball player of all time. Maybe the best, maybe. And those two are light years ahead of everybody else. Sorry. MJ and LeBron. Well, LeBron deserves all the credit that he is getting. So he's back in Cleveland last night, and they did a video tribute for him. We know he's an emotional guy. Like Jordan, not emotion. I don't want to be crude, but Jordan would do anything to you to win.
Man,
He'd probably sell his mom to win.
Any guy, like I've seen team fight before. Any star player that's just punching your cornered shooter, bro, like he was a crazy man. Would you rather meet LeBron or meet Jordan?
What do you mean meet?
Like if you were, well, you probably already met him before, but like if you met, like,
yeah, I know LeBron. I used to interview LeBron, but it was a
Yeah.
different LeBron. It was the LeBron of 2006,
like 6, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
2005, 6, 7, 8.
A little more humble, Bron.
Yeah, I mean, he was very approachable. You want to talk about this? Approachable? The Cleveland Cavaliers were very approachable.
Mm-hmm.
My Pistons weren't.
Oh yeah, you're interviewing Big Shot.
Well, here's the thing.
Interviewing Rip Hamilton.
They weren't, but
and
those
Ben
guys.
Wallace.
But I'm telling you what, though, there was only one guy who was difficult to deal with.
Rasheed Wallace.
Rasheed Wallace.
I knew it.
Ball don't lie.
I knew it.
Ball don't lie. And he wasn't a bad guy. It's just he tried to cause issues for you if he was in a bad mood. Rip was cool, but Rip would disappear on you. Like Rip was like, where'd you go, man? He'd hide. He'd like run out back doors so he didn't have to talk. Tayshaun Prince was amazing to deal with.
I could feel that.
Very quiet. He was the soft, quiet guy, but awesome. Ben Wallace was freaking awesome to deal with. I did an interview with him on his front lawn.
Oh wow!
One day when he was leaving, he decided to leave the Pistons, and I literally drove to his house, and he was in the side yard. And Ben's a big dude too, man. It's just like, okay, you see these guys on the court, then you see them at their house. So I pull up. I was like, Ben, what's going on, man? I just kind of laughed and he laughed, but he ended up doing a live shot with me from his driveway, which was really cool. So I loved Ben Wallace from that standpoint. No, but those guys were easy to deal with. Overall, it was just Rasheed. Sometimes he would just look to start trouble with you, but very smart guy. Very, very, very smart guy. Very, very good player. Anyway, Cleveland last night did a tribute for LeBron and brought him to tears. So for those watching on our podcast platforms of X, Facebook, and YouTube, you'll see it. For those listening on 590 AM, you can hear what was going on. It won't be the same value for you, but we'll go ahead and play that now.
25 for the Cavaliers. This is for you. Cavalier fans, welcome back to the land. From St. Vincent St. Mary High School in Akron, Ohio, number 23, LeBron.
LeBron James choked up, crying. LeBron. See, here's your thing. That's your boy. That's your guy, man.
That is not my guy.
Oh, I thought it was. Honest to God, I'm not trying to be stupid or funny. I thought that's your player.
No, man. I don't even like that he's on the Lakers.
No, you like that guy that played 1 year, D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah.
D'Angelo Russell.
That's my favorite, one of my favorite players.
I thought you were a LeBron fan.
No, I rock with LeBron.
Then why am I wasting airtime on LeBron? I thought I did it for you.
I rock with LeBron. Like, I like LeBron, but he's not like my favorite of all time. No, I like Kobe. That's my favorite of all time.
Yeah.
But D'Lo is my favorite player to watch right now. No, James Harden is my favorite player to watch. But I like D'Lo too because it's just weird.
So why are the Pistons doing why are the Cleveland Cavaliers doing a shout out for LeBron? Is it over? Why didn't he just say this at the beginning of the year he was done? He should have done that and done this tour, which means he's probably coming back for another year, right?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Why is Cleveland doing that now? Because he'd be back in Cleveland again next year.
Probably. I don't know. I wouldn't mind. Hey, if I'm the Lakers, man, hey, trade LeBron for give me Mobley and some 3-and-D guys and the picks.
I'm told ratings are down in the NBA.
Yeah, they are. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd still like a team in St. Louis. I've said that before.
I saw a guy with a Spirit shirt on yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to have the NBA back. Something.
Man, Man, at this point, I wouldn't even mind having WNBA, man. No offense. Like, if it's Juju playing, I'm watching.
Okay.
I like Juju. She plays really, really good.
Yeah, no, dude, you're bringing up WNBA team.
Yeah, if possible. I wouldn't even care. We just need another sports team. Like,
There's only one thing that could get me to go watch WNBA right now.
what is that?
Sophie Cunningham.
That makes sense. Yeah,
okay, and that's not a disrespect to the other players at all.
Yeah, I don't really care for the game.
That's where that's where my dollar would be, is to go watch Sophie Cunningham play.
I'd love to watch Sophie Cunningham play and Juju play
and Juju. I get it. Okay, I get it. I figured we were given. We don't do NBA talk ever, so I was given some NBA coming out of our high school talk. Just from watching the game last night. High school basketball is just a whole lot of fun to watch, and I was glad I had a chance to get out there. Very good players. I was just shocked at how good this Vianney team was with guys, and I don't mean this they don't look like basketball players.
Vianney never looks like basketball.
I mean, they from the stands, they look like 6', 6'1" guys, not very fast, not jumping out of the gym, and then just shooting the hell out of the ball. But they ran into a super athletic MICDS team that also shot the ball well, and it was over. My son's good friend Gabe Weaver, who's playing football at Minnesota as a tight end, he had 18 points. He looked really good last night.
Tight ends are always nice at basketball.
Yeah, he's gotten big.
I hate guarding tight ends because they be like 6'4" and like 220.
Yeah, Gabe's never been a 6'6".
Yeah,
like 230.
230. Yeah, I hate guarding them. Like,
yeah, so Gabe had a really good game last night too, though. So anyway, just talking about that basketball from the standpoint, LeBron getting all choked up. He's I wonder if he's still like, is he still iconic for 20-year-olds?
Yeah.
18-year-olds, kids.
Yeah.
He still is.
Yeah, because we grew up with LeBron. Like, I still like, he the GOAT. Like, when I be using when I play 2K and I score with LeBron, I just make a GOAT noise. Like, he's still the GOAT. But like, it doesn't mean we're like super crazy LeBron fans. Those are like some older people because they saw him when he entered the league. I was born when he got into the league. So I saw him, like, I remember Miami Bron the most.
I understand. I get it. Okay. All right. By the way, we were talking about the Bill Belichick fallout and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, with their credibility because of Bill Belichick. And I have no problem with it. I know I'm one of the few people who say it only because he got caught cheating. He did. And people want to say that, or his defenders of his, that if he's not in there, who else can be? No, I get it. But who else got caught cheating? And I don't care if it was a small offense or not. It was cheating. He cheated. You gonna tell me you cheat in a relationship with your girl? And it was just a little bit of cheating. I'm sorry, cheating is cheating. It wasn't the egregious offense. It was just cheating. You got a slap on the wrist. You may get a slap on the wrist in your relationship. He cheated. And I actually heard somebody yesterday say he didn't get caught, or they were vindicated. No, they were not vindicated. Look it up. They paid fines. They did wrong. They did it did happen. It just wasn't the most egregious offense, but it did happen. And I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there's fire. And just because somebody doesn't get caught doesn't mean it wasn't going on. But other people thought it was because he was a jerk. No, I'm not buying it. I wish they'd give us a reason why. If it was because it was a jerk, then it shouldn't be happening. I'm giving the writers the benefit of the doubt because I like the writers. Always had a soft spot in my heart for writers and the jobs that they do, news, sports, whatever. Because it's not the easiest job in the world, that's for sure. So anyway, that's that. But Eli Manning, you want to talk about people who, how about won 2 Super Bowls against the number 1 quarterback, and he wasn't a first-time ballot or a second. He did not make the Hall of Fame in his second year of eligibility. He was a finalist, but he was passed over for the second straight year. A 2-time Super Bowl winner who beat Tom Brady twice, passed over twice. And then when you start looking at his numbers, you're like, yeah, okay, maybe. But they said that his Super Bowl wins were still not enough. But he will get in. You can bet on that. He certainly will get into the Hall at some point in time. It will happen. There's no doubt about it. But then you look at and other people who were there and made the Hall. It makes you wonder. You know who my favorite quarterback was?
Matt Stafford.
No.
John Elway.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner. It was, I don't know. He was phenomenal. Loved watching him in St. Louis. Loved his story. Loved everything about him. Obviously, the greatest undrafted player, in my humble opinion, specifically quarterback. That's what I loved.
Didn't he have like some crazy injury with like his hand or something? And then
and he fought through it.
Came back, and then he goat stuff.
Oh yeah, that's goat stuff. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame class in 2017. And I couldn't remember if he was, I was trying to look it up. Was he first ballot Hall of Famer? I can't remember if he was. I didn't think he was, but I just remember it was 17 because I remember where I was. Can you see it? Do you have a moment? Can you look that up? Do you see it? Was Kurt Warner first time Hall of Fame ballot? I should know that. Viewers, listeners probably know that. That's for sure. I just can remember. But Eli,
no,
he's second. It was second, wasn't it?
He was third year. He was eligible at 2015, and he was a finalist but not elected. And then induction year 2017.
And then we'll see if Eli gets in his third year.
Oh yeah, Eli Manning.
Yeah, 2 years he was passed over.
I don't know, man.
I know. I know. A lot of people start to wonder. It's like, okay, there you go. We'll see where it is.
Because when is Phillip Rivers has to wait another like what
7 years? Yeah, but he's getting paid. Phillip Rivers will be he'll be inducted. There's no doubt about that. Sure.
When does Drew get eligible? Drew Brees.
Is it 7 years? It's 7 years. He's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
He's what, 2 years, 3 years that he's been retired?
Let me see. I don't know yet. How long has it's been longer than 2 years though, right?
I can't remember. This is the thing. We talk about time going by so fast in life and making the most of every day.
Yeah, 2020. Wait, announced his retirement in 2021. Yeah.
So they
about 4 years. Wait, actually 5 years. Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we'll see where that is.
He'll be first ballot though.
What, Drew Brees? Of course. Yeah, of course he will.
Ballot.
There's absolutely no doubt he'll be
they already
a first time Hall of Fame.
When I asked online, was he a first ballot Hall of Famer? They already said yes.
It's like, yeah. Well, maybe they don't. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. We'll come back. Guys, we'll take a break. The Blues have a game tonight. If you're looking for something to do, we'll see what's going on with this team. We'll talk about them. And it looks like they're still getting some good crowds out there. The Panthers are a good team, but we'll get into that when we come back. Talk about TJ Oshie and how he's doing well from a broadcasting standpoint now. Some other interesting things when it comes to shows coming to town. If you guys want to promote anything, please do jump in. Anything, like, subscribe, share the show. You can watch on X, Facebook, and YouTube. From that standpoint, X, Facebook, and YouTube. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. 855-282-8255. 8255. It's going to be a colder day, possible snow flurries as well. We'll get into that. Anything else you want to jump in on, let us know. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. An easy, breezy Thursday morning in the Lou at 6:36. We are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. We'll come back right after this.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Pop Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the West.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression.
Stream our content 24/7 at luinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done. Frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best bull cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened Monday inside the 8th Street restaurant in South St. Louis. 22-year-old Christopher Fry Pleasant was found shot and later died at a hospital. A restaurant employee, 20-year-old Lawan Johnson, has been arrested and charged in the case. Several water main breaks have been reported with the winter weather this week. A water main break outside Dillard's at the St. Louis Galleria flooded a large section of the mall's main parking lot on Tuesday. According to Missouri American Water, there were at least 8 water main breaks between Tuesday and Wednesday. Explore St. Louis is moving ahead with a study on turning South County Center Mall into a youth sports complex. The feasibility study will examine options, including a potential hockey-focused facility. And the St. Louis Cardinals are hiring game day staff at Busch Stadium ahead of the 2026 season. Applicants have to be at least 16 years old. The Cardinals open the season at home on March 26th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, luinfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high-yield checking account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your luinfo.com weather update. We have a cold front moving through the area. We'll stay in the low 20s, a little bit breezy and cloudy through the day. Overnight, a slight chance of a snow shower, single digits on the lows, and then we get a mix of sunshine and clouds on Friday. We'll be colder, our high in the upper teens, a little chilly, but sunny for the weekend. I'm Meet Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
All right, Cam, be honest. New Year's resolution still holding strong?
Not so much, Kat. But I did decide on one thing that I'm sticking with. Making home life better in 2000.
And that's a good one. It includes more fun, more time outside, and less stress. Then you need to talk to Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Absolutely. They build backyard escapes, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, the kind of place everyone actually wants to hang out.
And now's the perfect time to plan. Don't wait until summer hits. Start now, get it designed right, and be ready when the warm weather shows up.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors walks you through the whole process from design to construction, and they do it the right way.
So if your New Year's goal is fewer trips, fewer crowds, and more memories at home, go to SplashSTL.com.
That's SplashSTL.com and make this year the year your backyard finally wins. That's SplashSTL.com.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at STLSportsCentral.com.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust, the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome into the show. Good morning. Welcome back in 642 Arch City Now. Vic Faust here, producer Rye alongside. It is a Thursday morning in the St. Louis area. Pretty cold outside. You already know that it's winter. It's supposed to be cold outside. Maybe not this cold. Right now, about 16 degrees in the area, around there. High's supposed to be in the mid 20s today, maybe a little higher, which is good. However, not there yet, but there could be a possibility of some snow flurries today, we're told. But the thing about it is the temperatures, because we're we already reached our cold for the day. We're supposed to get up to about 26, but then overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, Friday morning is when it's going to be really cold. Getting back down into mid single digits, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees, and that's before the wind chill. So that sounds like fun. And then it gets even colder for Saturday morning, although we're supposed to have some sun on Saturday. Can get down to about 3 degrees. Then we slowly start to work our way up by the end of next week, maybe getting into the 40s. Lucky us. How much fun does that sound like? Anyway, we're here, Arch City Now. You can watch us, like us on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And then, of course, we are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com, 855-282-8255. Hey, we were coming out of that. The Super Bowl's coming up. Kind of a big deal there. Obviously, not this weekend, next weekend in Santa Clara and San Francisco. But if you haven't heard the reports, and Rye, I don't think you'd heard these reports, did you, when it came to the health concerns?
No.
I saw a report on this, I don't know, about a month and a half ago, maybe 5-6 weeks ago, regarding what could possibly be going wrong with the 49ers. It's been a few years now in a row. They've had lots of injuries, guys breaking down, injury after injury. Well, there was a report that there is an electrical substation right near the Niners facility that could mess with the body. It could break the body down, and thus you're more apt for injury. So regarding that whole situation, you have, I mean, and the thing about it is, there's been an investigation regarding what is going on, what is happening. But because of the situations, the possibilities, both the Seattle Seahawks and New England Patriots have made the decision to avoid using the 49ers practice facility ahead of the Super Bowl. They say it was made with the intention to avoid potential health concerns linked to an electrical substation right near the Niners facility. The teams opted for practice sessions at Stanford University for the Patriots and San Jose State for the Seahawks. That ensures that they have dedicated practice spaces while staying in the Bay Area and not using the home team's facility, which is normally what you would do. So the NFL made the accommodations in advance for the teams because, call it a conspiracy theory, call it not. But it's all about it's about the health and safety and the concerns of what's actually going on with the 49ers and what is happening with an electrical substation that is right near their facility. And it's so interesting. Now, there are experts who are trying to debunk the situation, but you want to talk about, I mean, you've got, okay, George Kittle, torn Achilles, their season injuries, Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk, torn ACLs, all kinds of things that have happened. You could chalk it up to bad luck, training staff issues, and then there was a theory that these injuries could be linked to an electrical substation right near the team's stadium and practice facility. I'm sure people, if you haven't heard it, now you know. But there, and anything in life, you're going to have people say, well, here's why it should work. And then you have other people that say, here's why it won't work. Low frequency electromagnetic fields can degrade collagen, weaken tendons, and cause soft tissue damage at levels regulators call safe. We have a real world case study proving this. An NFL team whose practice facilities sit next to a massive electrical substation. Literally, it's right next to their stadium, right where they practice. Literally right next to it. And that's coming from Peter Cohen. You could follow him on X at Living Energy, where he is the one who says, yeah, we got a real life. He says that's the first one. He's been one of the first to raise concerns about the Silicon Valley Power Mission Substation and a real link. And it's interesting because players in the locker room, 49ers locker room, were joking about, they would joke about this. A former 49ers player would joke about it. How would you like to be a 49ers player? And you're like, you're going there every day going, are my body and my tissues being torn down?
Am I getting broken down more than every other player in the league?
Kendrick Bourne, 49ers wide receiver, proved that the theory made its way back into the locker room after the team's wild card win over the Eagles, telling reporters that it's that power plant, joking about things from that standpoint. So anyway, just put it this way. The 49ers are dealing with it. Now the Patriots and Seahawks, even for a week, are like, we're not even going to mess with it. They're not going there. That's what's so bizarre to me right now when you look at some of the things that are happening. So to each their own. Have fun with that. When it comes to the Super Bowl, though, for that Super Bowl coming up, I don't know. I don't know if there's a ton of hype for that Super Bowl yet. I don't know. We'll see where it is. But the ticket prices are insane. And I don't think you've ever been to a Super Bowl, right?
No.
Okay, I've had a chance to cover been to 2 Super Bowls. Worked in both. As a media member, the week leading into the Super Bowl is a nightmare because all you do is work. If you're in media, because you're all day long, all day night, all kinds of things going on. So I covered the Rams Super Bowl when they won in Atlanta. I was working in Columbia, Missouri, KMIZ, sports director. Got to go down there and watch the Ice Bowl. The Rams, of course, taking care of busy Titans. Former Mizzou linebacker Mike Jones making one of the greatest plays in Super Bowl history to secure a victory, making a stop on the 1-yard line. And then I covered the 2006 Super Bowl, the Seahawks playing the Steelers in Detroit. So I covered the Steelers that week. So I did everything with the Steelers. Partner of mine covered everything with the Seahawks. Jerome Bettis from Detroit. We did a dinner one night at Jerome's mom made dinner for the offense.
What they make? What she make?
I can't remember what it was. You think I got to sit inside the house?
No.
Hell
Reporter
no.
ain't let you in.
Hell no. I was at the door.
Reporter ain't be like, hey.
I was at the freaking door.
Mama
No
ain't give
way I
you a
didn't get
plate.
inside. He came outside and did interviews with me, and it was cold.
Mama ain't give you a plate. at
She
least?
probably would have. But the bus had it wasn't a huge house either. Let's just put it that way. But those Super Bowls are super fun. The parties, the events, everything that goes into it. But this is pretty interesting. Some of the guesstimates, if you want to include cost of flights, a hotel room, a Super Bowl ticket, you're looking at a trip hovering about $8,000 to $16,000 as seen on book seats to go watch the Super Bowl. Those three things. There's a multitude of factors, obviously, where you're flying from, what hotel you're staying in, and for how long. But on average, $8,000 to $16,000. Here's the ticket prices if you haven't seen these yet before. As of Wednesday, the lowest price for a Super Bowl ticket was $6,146 on Vivid Seats, $6,185 on Game Time, $6,554 on StubHub, $6,628 on Ticketmaster. And most of those prices are before tax and fees, as you know, you have to pay when you use those services. $100 more increased. That's how expensive Super Bowl tickets are. And they're sold out. That's insane to me. Now, the NFL is also selling official game day packages for all of St. Louis people who are planning on going to the Super Bowl. $7,500 per person. Get a pregame hospitality, live musical performances, open bar tailgate experience, and that does not include your flights or your hotels. Wow. Gosh, that's so crazy to me. The prices of these things that are happening all over the area. Super Bowl, of course, next Sunday, not coming up here, February 8th, kickoff around 6:30 p.m. And who do you like in that game? Or do you even care yet? Have you even thought about it?
Seahawks.
You do. You like the Seahawks.
I don't really trust the Patriots. So.
I don't know yet either.
Like, even though Robert Kraft literally has made the same team, basically, I don't know, man. If you can only score 10 points, even though it was like super cold or whatever, you beat the Rams, you won. That's the thing. Every time you beat the Rams in the NFC Championship, they win. Philadelphia beat them last year.
I think I like the Patriots in this game. Maybe we'll have a friendly wager. I'm not
betting on no Seahawks though.
I know. That coming from a Ram. Yeah, that coming from a Rams fan as well. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry. I would never make you do something like that. That's for sure.
Still mad my man Stafford didn't get into the Super Bowl. But
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp is back in it.
Yeah. Yeah, good for Cooper. That's for sure. Good for him as well. Hey, this is Art City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Just about 6:54 on a Thursday morning. The sun's starting to slowly come up here. What's heading up in the St. Louis area? What do you guys got going on tonight, this weekend? It's going to be another cold weekend as we come into the end of January. Things from that standpoint going on. We'll talk about some of the sporting events that are happening that you have coming up. Also, it's a show that's coming. It's called Hell's Kitchen, January 27th through the February 8th at the Fabulous Fox. Now, it's an award-winning Broadway musical, created and inspired by 17 Grammy Award winner Alicia Keys. Yeah, so it's going to take you on a journey of Ali, a 17-year-old girl full of fire, searching for freedom, passion, and her place in the world. So they will have that coming up January 27th. It's already running at the Fabulous Fox right now through February 8th. So tickets are on sale now at the Fabulous Fox. If you want to go check that out. The Hell's Kitchen tour cast. You got Maya Drake, Kennedy Cahill, Roz White. So Hell's Kitchen simultaneously playing on Broadway at the Schubert Theater. It's going to visit 30 cities in its first year on tour. And of course, they're going to be in St. Louis, or they are here now in St. Louis. So check it out. Get them all here. Alicia Keys, Christopher Diaz, Camille Brown, and Michael Graef. Hell's Kitchen, experience where dreams begin. So anyway, wanted to make sure we were bringing your attention to that as well. So if people are interested in that, go check it out. Also, wanted to bring you up on a weather standpoint. We were talking about the cold temperatures today. Might have a couple showers here and snow showers, flurries, nothing that would certainly be sticking, but that's totally up to you guys, wherever you want to go with that. Just to be prepared as we move forward throughout the day. It's going to be cold again, so you just have to get ready and do your best. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We take you to 8 o'clock. Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. I love their show. If you haven't checked them out, check them out. Obviously, they're not on all the same platforms as we are. You can watch them or listen to them on 590 AM, but they're also on YouTube. They follow us, but I don't see them on Facebook. Are they on Facebook?
No, Hot Take is just on YouTube.
YouTube.
Just live on YouTube. They do clips on X, I think, maybe.
No, they're fun. We get you warmed up, and then they we set the table, and then they hit it out of the park.
I'll let you guys know right now. Me being in the studio, I still watch the show while I'm editing.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Gives you an idea. A lot of energy. Lots of energy.
Let's go 8:05 on a Monday.
So we'll come back. We'll get into the Blues tonight. They have a big game. Preview Billikens basketball tomorrow night. Another big game over at Chaffetz with Dayton coming to town. Mizzou on Saturday trying to find their way. Anything else you guys want to jump into from that standpoint, we'll do it. It is a Thursday morning. It's January 29th. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We're Arch City Now. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Listen up, fellow timeshare owners. If you're a timeshare owner and you want out at all costs, you're done. Frustrated, tired of wasting money, you don't use the darn thing. Get out now. Hire the best Bulldog timeshare cancellation team in the business. Their in-house legal team, headed by a timeshare cancellation lawyer, can help you fight the biggest and baddest companies out there that sell timeshare. At some point, you were using your timeshare, but now you're not, and you're tired of wasting money. Before you go to the poorhouse, call right now and learn how you can stop the maintenance fees and put more money back in your pocket. Their services cost you a lot less than you think, and you'll save a lot of money over time. Call the Timeshare Exit Hotline now. It's a free consultation.
800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. 800-824-5131. That's 800-824-5131.
After a long day, nothing beats kicking back in a brand new hot tub from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse. These guys are the real deal. They've been around for over 38 years and got more than 400 five-star reviews, and they've earned every single one of them. They sell premium, American-made hot tubs. USA, baby. And because they keep their overhead low, they pass the savings right on to you. You're getting better quality at a better price. And here's the best part. No hidden fees, no surprises. No, oh, by the way, charges. And if you find a comparable hot tub cheaper at a local dealer, they'll beat that price. Guaranteed. That's right. Best price guarantee. No one's beating them. Plus, when you buy from St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, you're buying from a company that's been here for decades. And they'll be here to service your tub for as long as you own it. Check them out at besthotTubPrices.com. That's besthotTubPrices.com. St. Louis Hot Tub Warehouse, highest quality, best price.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios in Kirkwood.
Daddy is out of the cleaning up dump business.
KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
Mod is headed its way. Jagruti Dave files this report.
In a Truth Social post, President Trump wrote that the fleet on its way to Iran is headed by the aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, and that it's sent to Venezuela ahead of the extraction of its president, Nicolas Maduro.
Trump also said the Armada is moving quickly and is ready, willing, and able to rapidly fulfill its mission with speed and violence if necessary. The president said he hopes Iran will come to the table and negotiate a fair and equitable nuclear deal. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz says it's absolutely outrageous for Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to still have a job after two fatal shootings in his state involving immigration authorities. Walz called for federal immigration agents to leave Minnesota and seeking accountability at the top levels. However, President Trump defended the Homeland Security Secretary for her work at the border. The Border Patrol agents involved in Saturday's fatal shooting of Alex Preddy in Minneapolis are placed on administrative leave.
That's according to multiple reports citing Department of Homeland Security sources. Officials reportedly said the move is part of standard protocol. President Trump has said he expects an honorable and honest investigation into the shooting. Following the shooting, Trump sent Border Czar Tom Homan to be his point person in the Twin Cities and removed top Border Patrol official Greg Bavino from his Minneapolis duties. I'm Chris Coraggio.
The FBI executed a search warrant at an election office in Fulton County, Georgia last night. Fox News reports the probes related to the 2020 election. Georgia became one of the focal points in President Trump's claims about voter fraud. Trump was charged in an election interference case in the state before it was tossed last year. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives, and MediShare is proven. You can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE 40. 855-SHARE.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements.
At Brown and Crouppen, we get that after an accident, money's tight. That's why we're free. First call, free. First consultation, free. Stuck at home or in the hospital, we'll come to you for free. So call Brown and Crouppen, where we don't get paid unless you do. And your first consultation is free.
I'm Big Toe Media President Dave Green, and for the last few months, I've been telling you about what makes Home Bank different. Local people, local decisions, and real relationships. So let me take that a step further. When you walk into Home Bank, you're not walking into a system, you're walking into a conversation. This is a bank that understands St. Louis because they're part of it. The people making decisions live here, work here, and invest back into the same communities you do. That matters, especially when you need answers, flexibility, and a partner you can trust. Big banks can make promises. Home Bank builds relationships. If you're ready for a smarter, more personal banking experience, I'd encourage you to start that conversation today with Home Bank, the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it, fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor, orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. drinkthunder.com.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Happy Thursday, January 29th. 7:05 is the time. The sun is getting you up and at it. St. Louis, what's happening in your towns, your neck of the woods? What's going on throughout the area that you want to talk about? That's what we try to do. Get it up and going and all around whatever you guys are ready to do. We're here rocking and rolling the thing with you from that standpoint. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let us know what you guys got going on. All those sorts of things we'll do. We'll talk. Anything you want to promote, events coming up, businesses, bars, people, charities, you name it, we'll do it. We'll talk about it. We're all here for you from that standpoint. Like, subscribe, share the show. That's what we try to do, get things going from that standpoint. Okay. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. You can stream us on X, Facebook, and YouTube Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And, of course, Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam Jansen, the former Blue. Jim Hayes, Jim the Cat Hayes, Cardinals broadcaster, comes up. They got you from 8 to 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday. It's the Co-Found Her show on Thursday from 10 to 11, and it's the Charlie Tuna Experience and his posse from 11 to 1. They follow after that. Okay. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as always, 855-282-8255. And if you ever want to know more about what's happening throughout the area, or at least on what we're doing throughout the week in the area on our broadcast platforms, you can go to luinfo.com. Once again, we are your Lou information station, always live and on demand at luinfo.com. With that being said, welcome you back into the show. Appreciate you guys being with us. Blues have a game tonight. They get back to action. They are hosting the Florida Panthers. Blues have lost 5 in a row. They got to find a way, somehow, some way, to make things get a little bit better. Gosh, it's a bummer to watch what's happened to this team, the injuries that are taking place, the things that have happened, where they're going to be. It's just unfortunate. You go to the standings and you look at the games and you see the Blues sitting in last place in their division. Now it's only by 2 points and they're only 6 points out of 5th place, but even 5th place in their division wouldn't get them in the playoffs, not even close. And I think we all know, or at least, it's a problem. They're 10 point. Just put it this way. The Blues right now are 10 points out of first place, 10 points out of first place. And they've played 2 more games than a couple of the teams that have 10 more points in them. It's one of those tasks. Is it insurmountable? No. But are they going to the playoffs? No, they're not. And it's one of those things. It's like, as a Blues fan, you're like, okay, now you just try to enjoy the season for what we have. And we still have to go to a break, an Olympic break that's coming up as well. And then there's going to be some time off, and then they have to figure out who they are, where they are, what they're doing. At least they've gotten to be a little bit better at home. They're 12-10-6 at home. But on the road is where they're going to have to, whatever this team becomes the rest of this season and or next year, they got to figure out what the hell happened, because when they go on the road for whatever reason, not only they're the worst team, literally they are the worst team on the road in the NHL. The St. Louis Blues have the worst record on the road in the NHL. The worst record. And I'm like, not even Vancouver, who only has 39 points, who's 17-31. They have a better record away. The Blues just 7-15-3 on the road. Their goal differential is second worst in the entire NHL, only to Vancouver, who we were just talking about. Vancouver's goal differential, 55 goals, the Blues 53. And Vancouver only has 39 points. So, yeah, this has not been a good season for the Blues all the way around. That's for sure. That's how bad it's been. Tonight, back home against Florida. Florida, better team. Florida over in the Eastern Conference, they have 59 points. So they have 12 more points than the Blues, and they've played 1 less game. So, and Florida's been decent on the road, 14-10. So you break down the game, you look at it. It's just kind of like, we've just been kind of sitting with that gray cloud over our St. Louis sports scene for a while. Thank God we have the Billikens, who are, off to their best 21 game start. So, if there's anything that you wanted to hit when it comes to the Blues, let us know. You can chat from that standpoint as well. And of course, looking through to see if there's anything you want to bring up from that standpoint. We know why. Is there somebody that's to blame more? What has to happen? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. It's like our local team, but it's like, ugh. It's just there's nothing over the top good to talk about. Brendan Shen, I love him. Great captain, tough guy. And of course, what happens with this team going down the stretch? I mean, I still watch them. I still bounce around, but I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I see where we're going. And you get that kind of a thing going on. So anyway, thanks for jumping on the show. Like, subscribe, share the show. You can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Let us know what you guys are doing today. Plans for this weekend, anything from that standpoint that we need to know about that we may not know about. Of course, we appreciate you guys jumping in, letting us know from that standpoint. Also, the Blues will be home Saturday night as well. So you start to make your plans for the weekend. You got the Blues tonight. Then the Blues have a game on Saturday night. So they'll be at home again. And the interesting thing about this is that they've got these two games. Florida, obviously tonight. Saturday, they host Columbus. And then next week, you've got a Monday, Wednesday away games at Nashville and Dallas, which will be two very tough games. And then it's the Olympic break. That's it. They've got they've got 4 games left. And then the Olympic break hits. And then once the Olympic break hits, they have a 2-week break. And then they come back with not a ton of games. And then we'll see where the season ends from that standpoint and where our Blues will be moving from that standpoint. So anyway, that's what you got with the Blues. And if you guys want to jump in on it, let us know. I know it can be one of those things where you're like, yeah, okay, not a lot going there. Not a lot of excitement. The excitement that we have in town right now is with Billikens basketball, Billikens men's basketball. Right now they're 20-1. They're 8-0 in the conference. They will be at Chaffetz Arena tomorrow night. We'll get to see the Billikens in action. If you want to go check that out, you can. SLU will be hosting Dayton at 7 p.m. You can still get tickets to that game. Of course, SLU 20-1, the best 21 start in the history of their program. They're ranked 21 in America right now. Dayton, by the way, just 14-7. Dayton, not only 14-7, but 5-3 in the conference. So they've already lost 3 games in the conference. They're tied for 4th in the conference right now. The Billikens are the head of the class. They're a fun team, exciting team, lots of offense. Obviously, we talk about their big man in the middle. And then, of course, you've got Kellen Thames, who is just a phenomenally exciting basketball player to watch right now. Arguably the best 6-man in America coming off the bench, the spark plug for the Billikens. Getting down to some action tomorrow night. You can watch them. By the way, when we're talking college basketball, Mizzou will get back on Saturday. The Tigers, that is, when they play. Mizzou is like, they just got blown off the court by Alabama, and their season is teetering right now again. We figured early on that they weren't going to be a tournament team. Then all of a sudden, we see them get a couple big wins, and we're like, okay, maybe they can get back into the tournament. And then they lose a bunch of games, and now it's like, okay, now it's like, who knows what's going to happen with this team. But anyway, Mizzou plays again tomorrow, or excuse me, Saturday. Not trying to race it too much, but they're back in action on Saturday, and it's a game that they must win. They have to win on Saturday. Missouri plays at Mississippi State. I'm not saying it's easy. but actually it's a Sunday game, not a Saturday game. It's a Sunday game because their next games after that, they play 4 really tough games. Well, actually, what is that? No, that's not Mississippi State. Excuse me. Let me see here. Let me get that back here. Making sure that we have all this in order. No, I had that wrong there. Checking our schedule. Do you have that right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So what you've got with their basketball schedule coming up here is, let me get that back here. Sorry about that. I lost my track on that. Bottom line is Alabama blew them out big time the other night. Now Missouri comes back on Saturday with their game, and we only know how good this team can be and the struggles that they have. They got Mississippi State, as I was talking about. That's a Saturday game, not a Sunday. That's where I got messed up there. So Saturday at Mizzou Arena, 2:30. Yeah, it's a game they must win, and I think they will. But they have to because they got some very tough games coming up after that as well. So that's what you got from a Mizzou standpoint. It's like, good luck. See where the Tigers are going to go from there. Not the best in the world from that standpoint. Okay. Light snow possible today as colder air is returning to the St. Louis area. Temperatures are falling back into the 10s today. We'll rebound into the 20s. But we could see some light snow showers across the St. Louis region. We'll see where that is. Maybe a dusting of snow in some areas. We'll see how that goes. Also, some roads could have some coating on them as you get out this morning, maybe this afternoon if we get that dusting, but it's not going to be anything that's going to be over the top. The cold is more concerning because you're going to be back in single digits and highs in the mid to upper teens. The wind chills out the door look to be the coldest, -5, -10, coming up on Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. So lots of cold coming up from that standpoint. Hey, this is interesting. I thought this was a fun story. Thousands of visitors are going to be visiting the Missouri, Kansas City region later this year from countries across the world for soccer. Okay, a lot of soccer. And I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but, when they come to restaurants, you would figure that that's going to be a very, very good thing for, restaurants, servers, bartenders, things of that standpoint. That's all common when they come through. But tipping, the whole situation of tipping in the United States creates a lot of discussion. Local restaurants, believe it or not, are having conversations already. And I'm curious if there's any owners out there that wanted to chime in, servers, bartenders. I've been a bartender. I've been a server. I helped start up a restaurant bar. I get it. One of my best friends owns a bar restaurant. But many visitors from other countries that are coming here won't tip. They don't tip in other countries. Had no idea. I saw this story come out of Kansas City. The executive director for the Missouri Restaurant Association said that it's one that could impact over 600,000 people because the World Cup and games will be in Kansas City. But I wonder if it's a situation that's also, as we become more of a melting pot in America, if people aren't tipping as well. They don't tip around hotels or Uber, transportation, goods, services, restaurants, and so forth. Is it something that you've seen? Is it something that you've experienced? But that's pretty darn interesting. For example, they said tipping in the Netherlands, Argentina, Algeria, it's not mandatory. But tips are appreciated, a sign of good service. So I guess they're paying the people in wages, or they're just not making any money. Tipping in those restaurants in those areas, about 10%, but no more. That's it. That's it. Here, you're supposed, what do you tip? Do you feel like you tip automatically? Are you tipping even before the service is rendered? Do you automatically add 10, 15, 20% to your bill? I don't know. I'm curious. Very curious what happens with that if those things occur. I don't know. I'm looking at our chat line to see if it's like, okay, is that something that you guys are going to get behind? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I know what I tip, and I probably tip too much. And, and it, it is what it is. I mean, I won't get into that. I guess I think people deserve tips unless they are totally incompetent or make your experience to be one that is very negative. And that's just kind of where I am. I don't know where you guys feel about that, where you're going, whatever the case may be. That's what you have. That's where you're going from that standpoint. So, oh, well, it is what it is. Hey, other headlines making news throughout the year. If you didn't see this yet, I think back to when I was a kid too. South County Center. It was one of the region's longest running shopping malls. Talking about making it into a youth sports complex in the next couple of years. It seems like that's always, I guess, one of the first things that we see to take over bigger places. Youth sports complex, which shows you how much money's in youth sports, which shows you what parents are doing, which also shows you the importance that we put on youth sports, I guess, good or bad, throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. But there was a story done with Fox, local Fox, where a study for the mall site is planned with support from Explore St. Louis in regards to doing it. They're going to examine whether the mall could be converted into a youth sports complex, 2 hockey rinks, an event center, hotels, restaurants, and a parking garage. It would also evaluate how much of the existing retail space could remain occupied. Very interesting. In recent years, South County Center has faced some challenges, as we know, as many malls all across America are going through it. You don't have as much foot traffic, and that's part of the case. You see that. And then, of course, you got to figure out some way to use the estate, the land, all of it. So the mall's owner is CBL Properties, and they've also expressed some support for the concept. So who knows, maybe the next couple of years, you'll see a couple more hockey rinks there. We do know that hockey has exploded here, especially since 2019, and some of the former Blues who had their kids here, who became very, very good players, first-round draft picks, and now stars in the NHL, of course, the Kachucks, starting with it from that standpoint as well. So it'll be interesting. They said interest in youth hockey boomed, of course, after the Blues 2019 Cup. And they feel as if this would be a great situation, not only for here locally, but also drawing in tourism dollars for teams that are coming to play hockey. Get some more rinks in the area. That's interesting. That's for sure. So we'll see where all of that kind of comes into play and what you can expect from that standpoint. This is Art City Now. It's 7:24. We're here Monday through Friday, ready to rock and roll, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us with Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes and the Blues, the former Blue, Cam Jansen. They take you from 8 to 10 o'clock, Monday through Friday. Today's Thursday, so that means from 10 to 11, you have the Co-Found Her show, business show. And then on Monday through Fridays, we move through, and it's Charlie Tune and the Posse from 11 to 1 o'clock, bringing you everything that they bring you from their show as well. So we're grateful that you guys join us. And another thing that we, when we come through the headlines from that standpoint, we talk about the Blues playing tonight. There is a positive when it comes to, and I thought it was pretty interesting. TJ Oshie was such a fan favorite here. We know about TJ and being a huge favorite. But he's also gone on, he's getting high praise as his new role as an ESPN studio and in-game analyst, fresh off retirement as a player. I mean, just twice this past month, I think it was, he was, and on Tuesday returned to St. Louis as a sideline commentator for the ESPN broadcast, analyzing gameplay, interviewing players during intermissions, And after the game, Blues fans, fellow hockey enthusiasts, welcome him to his new role. And he's getting some pretty good compliments for being pretty fair, attention to detail, ability to connect with players during the broadcast. Love him. I love Jamie Rivers. He's one of my favorites. I love listening to him. I've loved him in that role, especially from a hockey standpoint. Just super talent that we have in St. Louis with Jamie Rivers. That's for sure. I like TJ Oshie. I'm his favorite. I love listening to Jamie. I do. It works. On social media, hockey fans and followers shared a lot of support for Oshie's broadcasting work. So a lot of I'm reading through, I don't have to go all the comments here, just a lot of real positive comments on everything that's going on here. One of them, TJ Oshie, really good on the call for ESPN Plus these games. Not afraid to be critical of players, gives legitimate insight, willing to be self-deprecating, nice addition to the rotation. Love hearing TJ Oshie between the benches. Mikko Ratinen just threw a ridiculous power play pass, and Osh goes, he hasn't seen one like that since Nicholas Backstrom. So anyway, you see a lot of real positive for TJ Oshie, former Blue, doing very, very well when it comes to the job that he's got going on. So, hey, more power to him. Congrats to TJ on finding a new role. And it's fun if you can stick around the sport that you were so good at, won a championship with, and get to continue to talk about it. By the way, the reminder, the Blues play at 7 p.m. tonight. Once again, that game is at 7 p.m. tonight against Florida. Be cold, but outside of that, should be a pretty cool night to go see a game. Enjoy what you can do from that standpoint. Okay. 7:28 is our time on a Thursday morning. Appreciate you guys jumping in with us. What we'll do is we'll take a break. We'll come back with our final segment. Hit SLU again from the standpoint of what they've got going on. Anything else you guys want to jump in, talk about some Super Bowl stories, information, what's happening out there, getting set for that game, prices, tickets, anything else from St. Louis for the weekend promoting, let us know. We'll jump in. We'll do that with you. Once again, you can watch us on X, Facebook, and YouTube, and listen to us on 590. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. You can also give us a call at 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll be back right after this.
St. Louis, meet your new daily companion, the Lou Information Station app. Listen live anywhere, anytime with one click. Dive into live or on-demand content. It's the fastest way to stay connected to the conversations that matter in the Lou. Just search Lou Information Station in the App Store or Google Play and download it free today. The Lou Information Station app. Crystal clear St. Louis talk 24/7.
Yo, I got a key door, badge to the back, 100 little problems and they all attack. I'm the boss, the backup plan B, C, and D. If it breaks, guess what? Who's fixing it? Me? I'm the meeting, the marketing, the late night grind. The day we pay that bill, panic on my mind. Yeah, I started this dream with a big old plan. Now I'm the whole department in the one-man band. CEO doesn't mean chief everything officer.
Delegate like a boss, because you are one.
Contact Morgan Pinnacle Group to learn more.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouth-watering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. GetBC.com.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Police are investigating a deadly shooting that happened Monday inside the 8th Street restaurant in South St. Louis. 22-year-old Christopher Fry Pleasant was found shot and later died at a hospital. A restaurant employee, 20-year-old LaJuan Johnson, has been arrested and charged in the case. Several water main breaks have been reported with the winter weather this week. A water main break outside Dillard's at the St. Louis Galleria flooded a large section of the mall's main parking lot on Tuesday. According to Missouri American Water, there were at least 8 water main breaks between Tuesday and Wednesday. Explore St. Louis is moving ahead with a study on turning South County Center Mall into a youth sports complex. The feasibility study will examine options, including a potential hockey-focused facility. And the St. Louis Cardinals are hiring game day staff at Busch Stadium ahead of the 2026 season. Applicants have to be at least 16 years old. The Cardinals open the season at home on March 26th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, luinfo.com weather. Presented by Home Bank. Member FDIC. Secure your financial future by opening a high yield account today. Go to myhomebank.bank to get started.
Here's your luinfo.com weather update. We have a cold front moving through the area. We'll stay in the low 20s, a little bit breezy and cloudy through the day. Overnight, a slight chance of snow shower, single digits on the lows, and then we get a mix of sunshine and clouds on Friday. It will be colder, our high in the upper teens. A little chilly, but sunny for the weekend. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com and the free Lou Info app.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes tech, and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
Fast Track Auto Transport has been a trusted leader in vehicle shipping for over 25 years, providing reliable, affordable service across the U.S. Fast Track offers fast and safe transportation solutions for individuals, dealerships, fleets, and businesses of all sizes. The Fast Track team prides itself on honest communication, competitive pricing, and real-time tracking, which gives our customers peace of mind from pickup to delivery. Whether you're shipping a single car or managing a large fleet, Fast Track delivers a smooth, hassle-free experience every time. Come see why Fast Track Auto Transport has been St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs for over 25 years. The trusted way, the safe way, the Fast Track way. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004. That's ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at luinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Appreciate you being there. All right, producer Rye, you came in. I was looking at the top ranked college bars in America, and I was like, BS. Not one from Columbia, Missouri. Give me a break. Give me a break. One of these on here, Oklahoma State, has Eskimo Joe's. It was popular. I went to Eskimo Joe's a few different times. Overrated. This is Arch City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us. By the way, they had the number one Auburn, the Sky Bar Cafe. Okay, whatever. I think a lot of the Mizzou contingent will be saying, hey, buddy, what about Willie's Fieldhouse, Columbia, Missouri? Huh? You got that kicking there in Columbia? Harpo's, man. Harpo's not even on the list. Are you kidding me? And then, of course, other newer bars in Columbia as well. Just crazy. Anyway, hey, guys, glad you're with us. We're rocking and rolling today. Some of the headlines going on. I thought this was interesting, too. If you're flying, guys, if you're getting out and about, St. Louis Lambert doing its best to try to become a better experience. They've got new e-gates. Now, it's all about enhancing the airport experience. So what they do is they have new e-gates designed to make the travel experience faster. They can automate your security checkpoints. So literally, if you have what's called a Clear Plus membership, not quite sure how much that is, you'll be able to verify your identity in under 5 seconds. You can bypass, forget about it, TSA. You don't have to go to that podium, and you can proceed directly to the physical screening. That's pretty cool. If you've traveled, other places have it. So the new rollout comes after some successful launches at more than 30 airports across the country. Where it's working in real busy airports, Atlanta, New York, and others. So something to look into. Once again, that is the e-gates. E-gates, what you would have to do is become a Clear Plus member, and then you can just verify your identity in seconds, bypass the TSA podium, and get right to the physical screening from that standpoint. All right, guys, glad you're with us here. 7:36. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well, 855-282-8255. We are your Lou information station, live and on demand at luinfo.com. Baseball news, obviously pitchers and catchers will be reporting in under a month and a half. Not a lot of hype with the Cardinals coming into the season. And of course, what's interesting as well is when you look, and we know, I mean, it looks like a major rebuild. It does. I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's what we have. What are you going to find? What are you going to do? Where are you going to go? Okay. So with that being said, Major League Baseball ranked their top 100 players for the upcoming season. Producer Rye, guess how many Cardinals made the cut? Top 100 in all of baseball. One player sneaking in there.
They're like 96.
98. That shows you the state of Cardinal baseball right there. Not that you have to have top 100 players to go and win divisions and playoffs, but maybe one that's decent. 98. A lot of people, when I first read it, I would go, oh, it's probably Brendan Donovan. Not Brendan Donovan. It's not Alec Burleson, not Lars Nootbaar, not even Gold Glover Mason Wynn. It's catcher Ivan Herrera. It's catcher.
I thought it was going to be Mason Wynn.
Yeah, Mason Wynn, not Mason, not Brendan. I thought, Alec Burleson, when he's healthy, he's been pretty good, serviceable, above average. Nope. Ivan Herrera, number 98. And this is where it really starts to get when you're like, oh, man, even the Rockies and the White Sox, who've been absolutely horrid, they had the two worst records in baseball last year. Even both those teams had a player ranked higher than any Cardinal. Once again, it just goes to show you how far down the totem pole this organization is or has been the last few years. Smoke and mirrors to be around 500. Smoke and mirrors. Now, speaking of Herrera, for people who weren't up to date with him, I mean, he came into the league in 2022, so he's been around for a few years. He's hit 286, on-base percentage decent, 370, 24 home runs. 19 of those 24 were in 2025 in 452 plate appearances. Okay. Now, his season ended early at catcher last year due to a right elbow injury. Then he had to DH, but he was good. He had surgery in November, and he's been throwing again. That's a good thing. Get him back because he's your only top 100 player. Just bizarre to think that's where the team is right now. It also shows a shift, though. It does, where the organization is. I mean, they're entering the season here in about a month and a half with, it's a changing of the guard. However, there was interesting. 3 Cardinals made the list in 2024. Well, actually, it was entering last season. The Cardinals had Contreras, Arenado, and Wynn. They were all on the list. They had 3 in the top 100 last year. They had 3 going into 2024. And now going into this 2026 year, they have 1. However, help could be on the way. The current team's not getting much recognition. We know that. But when it comes to the top 100 prospects for 2026, this is where the Cardinals start to come up a little bit better. This gives us some hope, or at least this is what their Cardinals broad team is hoping will sell tickets. The future. Cardinals with five players in the top 100 prospects. They've got J.J. Weatherholt, infielder, at 7. They got a catcher, Rodriguez, at 19. Left-handed pitcher who was drafted recently, Liam Doyle, number 50. Outfielder Joshua Baez at 93, and another catcher, Leonardo Bernal, at 98. So they've got some hope, something to work with. Gotta like that. And then, of course, we'll see. I mean, Heim Bloom, you're on the clock. We'll see if you can focus on the long-term growth, if that's where the Cardinals are. And then, of course, hey, in St. Louis terms, we hit rock bottom. Other cities would go, no, you don't know what rock bottom is. For us, we hit rock bottom. Now it seems like it's an opportunity where they're trying to build back. But you take a look at where you are from that standpoint going, my, oh, my. One player. That's our catcher, Ivan Herrera. This is Arch City now. Glad you guys are with us. Hey, by the way, if you guys are looking for something non-sports related to do, check out this weekend. The Fabulous Fox has a new show. It's Hell's Kitchen. It's January 27th through February 8th. It's an award-winning Broadway musical, and it's been inspired by 17-time Grammy Award-winning Alicia Keys. So takes you on the journey of Allie, a 17-year-old girl full of fire, searching for freedom, passion, and her place in the world. So you can go check that out. Let's see here. You can get tickets at thefabulousfox.com. Once again, fabulousfox.com is where you can go get tickets. It's here now through February 28th. I guess some of the critics who saw it really like it, think it's a really, really, really good show to go check out. Hey, if you haven't seen it yet, tickets for the Super Bowl, not including your travel there, but the cheapest Super Bowl ticket that can be found right now on Vivid Seats at $6,146 for the Super Bowl. And it's very interesting too, because a lot of times there's not tons and tons of fans from each other's team. I've been to 2 Super Bowls. I talked about it earlier. The 2000 Super Bowl when the Rams beat the Titans down at the Ice Bowl in Atlanta. I was there covering that as a broadcaster. That was a fun Super Bowl. But in that huge place too, it was just kind of, you don't have tons and tons of excitement, not like your home atmosphere, not like a college national championship game like we saw with Indiana. But those tickets are still so darn expensive. Then I did the 2006 Super Bowl in Detroit. Detroit hosted it between the Steelers and the Seahawks. Ironically, the Seahawks, who, of course, are back in the Super Bowl this year. The Steelers went on to win that with Jerome Bettis. That was a big win. Nice Super Bowl win for Mike Tomlin back in the day. So, yeah, $6,000. The NFL is offering a ticket for $7,500. With a total game experience before, after, music performances, things like that, drinks, but that's $7,500 before you even get there. So that's like, okay. Yeah, nice, expensive trip for sure. Speaking of events and things that are going on, Blues back in action tonight down at Enterprise, 7:00, trying to get back in the winning ways. They've lost 5 straight, lost some tough games, have some injuries. They're now 10 points out of the final playoff spot and have played 2 more games than the team that has the last place or the last playoff spot. It doesn't look good right now. Obviously it doesn't. I don't see any way possible how they could make the playoffs at this point in time, especially with the injuries, especially with the inconsistent play, especially with the questioning, but never know. Maybe they come out of the gate. They've got 4 games. Blues have 4 games before the Olympic break hits. They've got 2 home games, 2 road games tonight, hosting Florida, and then they've got Columbus on Saturday night. So certainly down at Enterprise tonight, 7:00. You want to check out the Blues, you have an opportunity to go check that out as well. Also, Billikens with an interesting Friday night game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock over at Chaffetz, Dayton in town. They've kind of been a thorn in the side in years past. Not the same Dayton team as in the years past, and not the same SLU team. SLU is a really good, solid, deep, well-coached, offensive, quote, fun team to watch. They're doing well. They'll be there for you. They can rock and roll. So anyway, you got that coming up tomorrow night. You've got opportunity to go down and check out the Billikens as they try to improve to 21-1 on the season in regards to everything that they have. So that should be exciting as well. Mizzou basketball also with a home game. That's on Saturday. So the Tigers will be hosting Mississippi State at 2:30. Yeah, their season is literally on the brink right now. That is a game they must win. They have to win. They are not a tournament team right now. They're going to have to run the table or run several games to hopefully get themselves in an opportunity to be in a situation to even be considered for the NCAA tournament at this point in time. So it's like, okay, we got you. We hear you loud and clear. We see what's going on, Mizzou. Let's get it done. By the way, another Super Bowl note, talking about those tickets. The 49ers have had reports of a electrical substation that sits right next to their facility. If you haven't seen this yet, they've had more injuries than the average team over the past few years since they've been right next to an electrical substation. Some experts say it's real. Some are debunking. Whatever the case, it is in the minds of the 49ers players. They've talked kind of jokingly and seriously. There's studies going on whether the 49ers are going to leave that area as well because of all the injuries they've had. Well, when you start to break it down and look at some of the things that are going on, the Seahawks and Patriots, they've decided not to practice at the 49ers complex, which is what teams normally do. You use the home team's facilities to get your work done, your practice, your meetings, your so forth. But they've made the decision. They're avoiding it. They are not going there. That's how real, or at least in the mind of NFL teams, that they think that there's an issue. I mean, they're trying to avoid what they say the potential health concerns linked to the electrical substation near the Niners facility. It literally sits right next door to it. So, you've got the Patriots are practicing at Stanford University and Seahawks are over at San Jose State University. They don't want to deal with that. Obviously, there's concerns that, that players' bodies get broken down by the electrical substation. Just so bizarre. So bizarre. Never thought we'd hear any kind of a story like this. But we certainly are right now. And it's interesting because they, what you have and what they say, or at least one of the experts, he says low frequency electromagnetic fields can degrade collagen. They can weaken tendons as well, which is just bizarre, and cause soft tissue damage at levels regulators call safe. But he says, we have a real world case study proving this. An NFL team whose practice facility sits right next to a massive electrical substation. Just so bizarre. So bizarre. So what's Detroit's problem? Detroit's had a ton of issues. The Lions last couple of years on their defense. I don't know if they're sitting next to a low frequency electromagnetic field. I don't know, man. What a weird story going into the Super Bowl, especially if you're 49ers or a player or 49ers fan, dealing with that, seeing some of those things going on. It's like, okay, all right, we got it going on. This is Arch City Now. Glad you're with us. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. I went out, my friend. Right. I watched high school basketball last night. I went and watched MICDS and Vianney Two of the teams considered to be two of the top teams in the area. And MICDS beat Vianney, 15, 16 points. 61-46. I was super impressed with what I saw from MICDS, that's for sure. My boy, Gabe Weaver, is going to play tight end at Minnesota. Played with my son on the football side of things. He had 18 points. He looked really good last night. MICDS, they're good. They're very good. But then, of course, you got Principia. Principia is still ranked nationally, aren't they? I haven't seen that really. I know you cover the high school side of things and the high school scene.
I'm pretty sure they're still ranked nationally. They may have dropped a little bit, but I haven't checked in a minute.
Yeah, props to Principia, that's for sure. And then when MICDS and Principia played the first time, MICDS only lost by 8 points. So that was a tight game. And then Webster, of course. And then Vianney was there. But it was fun getting out watching high school basketball. I always loved watching basketball. All my kids, man, growing up.
Principia on Max Preps is ranked number 1 in Missouri, number 5 in the nation.
Isn't that crazy? We got a local team ranked 5 at Principia. It's not Vashon.
Yeah,
it's not CBC. Not Chaminade.
Principia.
It's Principia or East St. Louis. But East St. Louis is a pretty good team, too, in the area this year. They had transfers in, obviously, from Chaminade. And
I'm about to, just read off these heights for you. And I'm just going to think.
The heights for Principia? Yeah, my son was telling me how big and good these kids are.
6'3" guard, 5'10" guard, 6'2" forward. I don't know what that's going on. 6'4" guard, 6'2" guard, 6'3" guard, 6'2" freshman guard, 6 foot freshman guard, 6'3" guard, 6'8" power forward, 6'9", 6'9".
6'8", 6'9", 6'9".
At least there's no 6'7". So.
Yeah, exactly.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, no, man. Well, they've got that lineup loaded. That's for sure. I wonder if they're loaded for years to come too.
I'm pretty
because
sure,
high schools.
A 6'2" freshman guard, and then another 6 foot guard. Those guys are probably going to get taller.
Well, the other thing too is don't get this wrong. There are high schools who are loading up teams. Okay, they'll load up your basketball, and it's a lot easier to load up a high school basketball team than it is a football team. And it's happening. And not if it continues to happen. The other thing is this. I have now seen it in Texas and Michigan. Michigan this week on Monday or Tuesday, they have now made NIL legal and available for high school kids. So now, that's right, high school kids can be paid to go play legally at their high schools. How that works into transfer portal and things of that nature, I have no idea. And then I think about the kids transferring with Misha in the state of Missouri from high school to high school and where kids could go if that would be in. And of course, right now, Misha is under the microscope when it comes to state governance being run by the state. So bizarre what could happen right now. So now there are states, and it's only a matter of time before it comes to Missouri, where high school kids can be paid to play sports or get stipends.
Not already doing that?
Not legally.
Oh, well, my bad, guys.
Yeah. And that goes for boys and girls and the sports, because as we know, it's very important for scholarships. The better teams you are, getting notoriety. And if you don't think I'm not kidding, try it. Teams that win state titles or go on long runs get college coaches that are looking at their kids longer. They are. It just happens. Whether it should be the case or not, it happens, and it's a real deal. So you can play your softball kids, your volleyball kids, your soccer kids, football, basketball, to go and try to get titles. But we know, you'll go to a game and you'll see the kids that stand out on a court. But, you may be Principia and you may lose somebody this year, and you go, oh, I like this big, tall kid over at Vianney. We need a big guy in the middle again. Let me go get this kid and bring him over. Oh, we need this really good guard/forward from MICDS. Let's add him to the picture, and we'll try to give him something or so forth. But anyway, that's where we are now in 2026, where high school athletes across the country are now being paid or allowed to be paid by organizations or signing things, making appearances and so forth down into the high school ranks. Here it is, my friend. It is here. Go figure. Guys, we appreciate you joining us every day. Arch City now. Hey, by the way, your boy LeBron, I'm teasing with you, last night had a tribute. He was back in Cleveland. I don't know why Cleveland did a celebration for him last night. LeBron's not retiring, right? He hasn't said he's retiring.
You never know with him.
But he went to Cleveland last night, and they did a big celebration for him. He broke down and cried. I don't know, man, since we're talking about basketball. I don't get it, but whatever the case is, it is. We're just grateful that you guys join us Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., Hot Take Central 2.0. Cam and Jim are coming up next to talk about everything that they've got for their show today on this Thursday, January 29th. The weather is supposed to get up to mid-20s today, but then it's getting colder over the next couple days. Yeah, we should be used to it by now. We had a week of it last week, and it is back. So get ready to that. Might have some light showers today. Shouldn't be too bad all the way around. Enjoy the day. As always, as we say, stay positive. We appreciate you joining us. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. For producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Have an awesome day. Go Blues tonight. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early at 6 a.m.
The Earl Austin Experience with Earl Austin Jr. Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. Brought to you by Fast Track Auto Transport, St. Louis's go-to company for all your vehicle transport needs. Visit ftautotrans.com or call 636-677-9004.
Joined now by the boss, Dave Green. Dave, we're building something pretty special here, but running a growing media company takes more than great content. Tell us why you chose Home Bank for your business banking.
For us, it's all about relationships. With Home Bank, we're not just an account number. We know the people there, and they know us, our goals, and where we're headed. That personal connection makes all the difference.
Greener, when you say relationships, what does that really look like?
They not only know my name, Cam, they know our business. And when I need something, whether it's a phone call or a text, weekday or weekend, morning or night, I get a response from someone I know and help with whatever I need.
That's huge. And for a business like ours, you need a bank that can move at the pace you're moving.
Exactly. We're in a fast-changing media world, and Home Bank has been a steady partner through it all.
Home Bank is a team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001.
Home Bank, member FDIC. More than a bank, they're your business partner.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. Don't freak out. The Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves like Big Philly Egg Rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger Sandwich, the Buffalo Chicken Pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
The Earl Austin